Pulsar has been releasing products one after another, but their last one, the Pulsar X2 Crazy Light, is something else, so let's talk about it. At first sight, the X2 Crazy Light isn't anything new or special. It's the classic X2 mini shape, so for fingertip grip it's great. Same goes for claw grip, because the shape just works. Palm grip is something I would stay away from, because the mouse is simply too small. The design hasn't changed either, plastic shell without holes, and coating, which is actually great. It's matte, very grippy, and fortunately on my white copy doesn't show fingerprints that much. I've been really spoiled by the OP1's coating lately, but the Crazy Light still managed to impress. I've gotta admit, it's ever so slightly less grippy than EGG's coating, but still, the mouse hasn't slipped at all. I had 100% confidence in it staying in my hand. When I turn it around though, you can start noticing some changes. At first glance, you can immediately see that it's been stripped as much as they could. Even the PCB is smaller to cut some more weight. It's a beautiful piece, and I've always loved the details on Pulsar's PCBs, which they kept. On the bottom there's also an on-off switch and the DPI button, which honestly they could have just deleted altogether and save a gram or two more, but who am I to judge when even in this state it's only 36 grams with 6 dot skates. The weight is brutal, and I'll talk about it a bit later. Let's follow up on the skates. In the box you of course get a cable, this time an 8K receiver, and these spare dots, which I already have put on. Mouse comes default with Pulsar full-size ones, but they're nothing to write home about. They're usable, but kinda scratchy and slow. It's just not it. Now, I'd really love to praise the dots at least, but I can't. Same scratch, slower, and even though Pulsar states that they're great for hard pads, not even glass could help them. I just didn't like using them, so I'll go with aftermarket. Now this is the point where all the issues start and also end. I can't really say anything else bad about the X2 Crazy Light. I really thought a plastic mouse with weight this low can't have good build quality, or surely will be affected by at least a minor problem, but no, it's really perfect. It's sturdy as a rock, nothing flexes, there are no issues anywhere. I haven't heard a single squeak. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you make a Crazy Light plastic mouse. However I grab it, squeeze it, press it, I don't have to worry. And unfortunately, for every Pulsar hater, the good experience only continues with the buttons. Left and right button, even though their opticals are extremely nice. Easily spammable, well tensioned, and only a small bit of pre and post travel. Even the sound of the switch is way closer to the regular mechanical ones. Scroll wheel is just right, steps are very pronounced and defined. Side buttons also have a nice click and are easily spammable, but on my copy, the back button has ever so slightly more pre-travel than the front. Balancing is also top-notch, even though it's a bit left side heavy where the side buttons are, but for it being only 36 grams, I couldn't notice it during use. And before jumping into personal experience, you've gotta set it up in the Pulsar software. No web-based software for now, so I'd really appreciate if Pulsar fixed the downloading from Google Drive and Windows trying to deter me from installing, but at least it works. You can set up everything from motion sync, debounce time, sleep time, polling, LOD to macros. What I, as a low LOD lover, have to give them props for is the flawlessly working 0.7mm LOD. The mouse basically only works when you fully set it down. But I'm not gonna yap anymore, let's go to the personal experience. If I forget the default skates, Pulsar X2 Crazy Light is exactly the mouse I didn't know I needed until I got one. My main mouse before was the OP18K, which is great, but I was always thinking about how it would be if it was slightly wider and slightly lighter. And yeah, that's exactly what Crazy Light delivered. Gaming with it felt awesome. The weight just suits it so well. Build quality and coating are flawless, and really, what they released is special. Performance in games hasn't disappointed either. I've never encountered any issues with connectivity or LOD or even polling, which worked great even at 8K. The lower weight also helped me with having the hand more relaxed, so aiming afterwards was a breeze. Pulsar with its X2 Crazy Light really hit it out of the park, and I can't say anything less than that everybody should try it out. Not everybody will like the price, which comes at 140 euros, but even after that, I still think the experience is worth it. And if you think that the video was also worth it, then don't forget to like and subscribe. Here is another one, and I'll see you again next Friday. Bye!